It's time for this week's episode of Brandon Sports Talk, featuring in-depth interviews from those who are trending in the world of athletics. And now, here's the host of Brandon Sports Talk, Brandon Pate.
Welcome back to Brandon Sports Talk. In today's episode, I have the privilege to interview an Athletes Unlimited lacrosse professional player, Sammy Jo Tracy. How are you doing today?
Hi, how are you? Thank you for having me.
I'm doing good. Can you talk about how you knew that you wanted to play professional lacrosse?
Well, I've been so lucky because we're not growing up and playing lacrosse. That wasn't an option. And the highest level was playing World Cup. And now I'm so thankful for Athletes Unlimited and the women who started WPLL before that I'm able to fulfill a dream of becoming a professional athlete. So I feel really lucky.
What was your college time like going to Carolina?
Carolina is a special place. I think not only does it start with that the color is beautiful and it's in North Carolina, but you're surrounded by the best athletes in the country and the best coaching, also with some academics as well. And for me, it was about playing at the highest level and competing for a national championship. So every day I feel like challenging, but I got better.
What was that like competing for a national championship, as I saw you had 2 national championships?
Competing for a national championship is sometimes undescribable. Every year is different. I was in 3 national championship games and I won 2. Every year, the road to being a national championship was always hard. I feel like the years that came really easy to us, we fell short. But when we had to grit through a lot of adversity, whether it be some star players getting hurt or really close games, those were the times that we ended up working extra hard above and beyond and then being able to win it. So it was wonderful. And those games were the most adrenaline and high intense games I'll ever play in.
Of course, what were some of your accomplishments besides, of course, winning 2 national championships at Carolina?
We were able to win 2 ACCs, and Carolina won 1 ACC before that in the earlier years. So bringing the ACC home was really big for us after I think it was like an 18-year gap between. So that was extremely special. Being an All-American was always a dream of mine. My father was an All-American, and that was a goal I set for myself. And most importantly to me was breaking the draw control record. I take a lot of time and pride perfecting the draw. And then now that's, I go around teaching it. So that was something that was really important to me. But overall, the team wins are always my favorite.
What was it like putting on that Carolina blue jersey?
It was so special to me. I get to compete with my best friends and girls who I live with, and we are so close and we go through so much. So being able to put on that jersey that represents all of us and the state of North Carolina is something something I've only dreamt about as a little kid. And then you look up to people like Mia Hamm and Michael Jordan, who also shared the same jersey and kind of went through similar experiences. It's crazy to think about sometimes. It's like you got a pinch me moment. So
can you talk about, of course, what it was like competing in the national championships, both national championships?
With both national championships, I would say my first one, I was a freshman, and it was all about doing your role. And that luckily my role was to catch and finish, and I scored the winning goal. So just trusting in the process, and also people trusting in me with these high pressure situations. There was no thought into it, but that's what practice is for. So you don't have to think about anything. You just do what you is, and that was me catching and shooting. So it was extremely intense. at one point I thought it was over and we were going to lose. I was standing on the sideline with a senior, Jess Griffin, watching a Maryland girl run down and have a one-on-one with Megan Ward, which she stuffed. And then turning it around and going the other way, and then getting the opportunity to shoot and score was something that I just can't believe happened to me. And I don't believe in luck, but at the same time, when you practice that hard, there's a little luck, and then there's a little, practice in it, and mix it all together, and you have a national championship. So 2013 was crazy. It was winning our first one and knowing what the process was like. And then 2016, where I got to bookend with my freshman, now senior class. I really believe in it was leadership that year. Top to bottom, we had a senior class that was, really diverse in the fact that we had bench players and we had superstars, and we all led the same and had the respect. Everyone respected each other, and we did everything as a group. So I think that was the real difference, because a lot of times when you're at a school where you win a lot of national championships, there's a lot of egos. And that year we didn't have any, and we went through a lot with a lot of adversity, with losing some star players and losing some games. I think we were going to lose. I think that was that little edge and that grit that pushed us to not only crushing Maryland.
What was it like whenever you got to hoist up the trophy and then obviously come back to Chapel Hill and go into Keenum Stadium and get presented your rings?
So 2016, we won with the men, and that was extremely fun because we're close with our men's program, and also we live on the same street. It's always special coming back to Carolina, but also at the same time, it's what you do at Carolina. You bring home trophies and rings. So Carolina really knows how to celebrate that. Luckily, a lot of other sports do the same. And being able to bring it home for our team, and for women's sports, we won the Capital Cup. I think that's what it's all about, giving more girls opportunities to be able to come to Carolina on a scholarship and have their chance at winning.
What was that feeling like when you got to put on your ring?
It was unbelievable. I didn't know what to expect. And I think Jenny Levy, our head coach, did a really good job designing it. And then so my first year, she designed it, and we obviously went with the blue theme, but we also put the Tar Heel on it, which is the foot. So we were the first team that won the national championship to do that. And then the second national championship, my class got to help design. So we went all gold, everything, because we won the ACC and we won the national championship that year. And we really blinged it out, which was super cool. And then to be able to go into our AD's house and put that on and be a part of that. And with him, he's so special. So that was really cool.
What was the transition like from you from going from college to playing professional lacrosse?
The road to professional lacrosse has been crazy because being a women's sport, it's really hard, and it's not a full-time job. Whereas I feel like school definitely. So having to put in a lot of the effort in on your own time is something that I really had to overcome, because I do rely on my teammates so much to push me. So it's been a challenge, but now that I'm in my third year as a professional, I've kind of gotten the routine down and been able to push myself and go out and shoot and dodge, not just before and after practice, where I used to like bookend it like that. So I would kind of hit it all out all at once. Whereas it's with real life and going on, and it being my second job, truly, you got to put in a lot of time and effort alone. And being a team sport girl, it has been difficult, but I love trusting the process. And I have some PLL guy friends that I love to shoot with, and that makes it a little bit more fun and exciting. So I love working out with Trevor and Baptiste, who's in the PLL, and he's been helpful with my on and off the field training. So
What was it like whenever you got to sign your first professional contract and play with Upstate Pride?
it was a dream come true, because I never thought I was going to have that opportunity being a women's lacrosse player. I thought college was it, and then we moved on. But 2016 rolled around and they said, we're going to start a women's professional league. And I said, I would love more than anything to be a part of that. And obviously there was a lot of nerves, and getting drafted was exciting, and you don't know, and it's humbling as well, because you're playing along such greats. So it was a dream come true. And I was like, is this really happening? And I've been loving every minute of it, trying to slow down time. But as we all know, you can't do that.
What was it like the first time you got to sign your contract and put on your jersey?
With Athletes Unlimited, it's a little longer. So I signed my contract actually, and I was the second or third girl to sign. And it was in the fall of September. And then you're like, now what, and as more and more girls signed, it got more and more exciting and intense. And then I had to wait all the way until August to play. So it felt like it was a long time coming, but then it came up on us really quick. And those 5 weeks went even faster. So playing the patience game was really important.
What was it like whenever you got to put on the Athletes Unlimited jersey and finally get to play after all of that long wait?
The athletes, it was crazy because it was a totally new concept and you changed colors each week. But I started my pro season out as purple, and weirdly enough ended my pro season in 2021 in purple. And it was so exciting. The locker room had the crazy energy, and everyone didn't really know what to expect. So everyone was nervous. So there was a lot of different emotions, but like Jenny Levy says, I put those butterflies, have them flying in the right direction, getting ready to go out. So a lot of dancing, a lot of, Snapchat, taking pictures, enjoying the moment, and then kind of locking it in and getting ready for business.
What is it like each game day, switching teams and getting new teammates?
I was skeptical, I'm not going to lie, at first before going into the season, but it makes total sense. And it was actually super fun. I got to play with players that I've never got to play with before. They were always my enemy or, on the field. And it created for a great environment in our in-market. So we were in this kind of essentially a bubble, and we all stayed in the same hotel and ate and did everything together. And since you never knew what your team was going to look like next, it really created for like a friendly, fun environment. And because you don't want to be not nice to someone, then have to, play against them. So I think everyone had that mindset of being in the same boat, we're all doing this together, and going out on that field. It was kind of like speed dating, I like to call it, especially for attackers. Because it's like, I like to finish and cut from the top. And then another girl's like, well, I like to dodge from behind. So it was really trying to figure out as fast as we could what everyone's strengths and weaknesses are, make for the best combo for those three that week.
What was it like, of course, as you talked about going on teams rivals where you might have played, let's say, Maryland in the championship, and now those players from Maryland are playing with you instead of against you?
That's funny you asked that, because Taylor Cummings and I have always been battling and neck, and this was our time to actually get to know each other and realize that we are friends. And we both came out of the bubble, we call it, or in market, being like, wow, I would never guess that Sammy and I would be friends. And our parents were being super funny in the crowd, being like, I can't believe I'm cheering for Sammy Jo. So we really enjoyed this experience because I've gained friends that I never thought I would be friends with. And that's all you could ask for of sports. And that's why we play. It's friendships and the connections we've made. And we're both super competitive. And that's why we were the position we were before, because we only known the ultra competitive side. And it was nice to take a moment and get to know her off the field and become closer. And I couldn't be luckier to have that experience this year.
What is some of your game day routines and rituals?
So my game day and rituals are, I wake up and I love to go get a coffee, especially with my teammates. Then I love doing my makeup. So I have a game day makeup routine. It's only on my eyes because I do just sunscreen on my face. And then I do eyeliner and mascara. I think it calms me down. And then I straighten my ponytail because I have naturally wavy hair. and then blaring music with Kaylee Waters and Izzy McMahon. That was my car ride buddies, and Brittany Brown. We would drive to the field, and then I need a lot of treatment. I'm one of those girls that's always in the treatment room and making sure I'm feeling good and preventing injury when I'm not having an injury. And so luckily this season I didn't have any major injuries. So I was on it prevention wise, and then going out there and kicking some butt after feeling good and looking good, right?
What is your favorite pump up music pre-game workout that you listen to?
I love Zed's Dead, which is a dubstep band or DJ. So I love that kind of music. Like Diplo would be more mainstream. So those techno, like bump vibes, those are my favorite. But a lot of times I also listen to rap. But to me, it's too slow. I need to get my heart really pumping.
Who are some players that you look up to in the league?
So it was really special for me to get to play with Katrina Dowd because I grew up loving her style of play. Then I was lucky enough to play under her. And she is the reason I am as creative and am able to be myself because of the way she coached me. She is one of the best coaches I've ever played for. And then playing on her team was super, because I feel like I know what she likes because I was her student for so long. So I thought that was super easy to pick up because we never played together before, obviously, besides a little bit in practice. But being able to play in the game, I'm like, oh, I know what she likes because obviously she coaches what she likes. So I felt like we really complemented each other well. And it was so much fun to play with her.
What advice would you give college lacrosse players looking to play college lacrosse and then move on to professionals?
It's all about having fun and putting in the work when you're having fun. A lot of times I think we go out there and we're like, we have to work. But the most artistic and free-flowing stuff comes from when you're having fun. So put on music, grab a couple friends and train in that setting. And then get a lot of film, make sure you're sending out film and putting yourself in the right situations. Going to college camps is the best because when you're going to these college camps, you get to learn from the coach and the style, and you get to meet the players and see the campus. And I think we try to rush that process, but that's what's most important because everybody is different and everybody likes different things, and your perfect fit is out there. And you might not think, oh, it has to be North Carolina because I want to do X, Y, and Z, but you might show up to campus and not like the girls, and that's okay. It's all a process and getting to know yourself better and having fun. So enjoy the process, go to and learn from every college coach and have the best time ever. That's all. It's all about having fun and being creative.
What advice would you give future professional athletes that are looking to play lacrosse and college athletes looking to transfer over to playing professionally?
The best thing that they can do is to trust the process, to listen to their coaches because they're going to put you in the best spot to succeed. And really just dial in on your game. So whatever it is that makes you you and what makes you great, that's what you really need to focus on, and then expand, because there's a position for everybody, and what makes you special is what's really important when you come to the pro league. So don't ever not be yourself, because that's what we need, is your true authentic self.
That's wonderful advice. Where can my listeners find you at on social media?
Social media, Sammy Jo Tracy 13, and I don't TikTok very much, so just Instagram, and that's that's pretty much it.
Thank you again, Sammy, for your interview, and best of luck in your future in the Athletes Unlimited.
Thank you for having me. I had a blast.
Thank you. You can find Brandon Sports Talk on Facebook at Brandon Sports Talk, Instagram at Brandon Sports Talk, Twitter at Talk_Brandon, and you can find me on YouTube at Brandon Sports Talk. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you again, Samantha Jo, for your interview, and best of luck in your future.
You've been watching Brandon Sports Talk. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to Brandon Sports Talk on social media and on YouTube.